Welcome back to Untitled Productions, everybody. Today I'm going to be going over my predictions for the upcoming 2019 NBA playoffs. Now keep in mind that these are my picks, they are extremely subjective and will most likely be wrong. So don't be offended when I don't pick your team to win or anything like that. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. Starting out in the Western Conference, we have the 1A matchup between the Warriors and the Clippers. This is a pretty easy pick to make. The Clippers have been really good this season, but the Warriors will most likely sweep them. Moving on to the 4-5 matchup, we have Houston and Utah. This is the best matchup in round 1 throughout the entire bracket, East or West, as these are the two hottest teams in the NBA since the All-Star break. In the end though, I'm going to have to go with Houston, but most likely in a 6 or 7 game series. Then we have the Thunder and Blazers, and this one is fairly easy as the Thunder swept the season series even with Damian Lillard playing great, plus Jusuf Nurkic is out with an injury. The Thunder will win pretty handily in 5 or 6 games. Then to close out the first round, we have Denver and San Antonio. This is one that I could possibly see going to the Spurs just because of the Nuggets' inexperience, but Denver is clearly the better team, and I think that alone will win in this series, even if it does take them 6 or 7 games to do so. In the second round, I have the Warriors meeting the Rockets, and this series will go pretty much how it did last year. The Rockets will look like they can compete, they might win a couple games, but in the end, Golden State has more talent and will have relatively no trouble in advancing past Houston. Then on the other side, we have OKC facing Denver. Now I'm a Thunder fan, so this is a pretty hard decision to make without throwing personal bias in there. That being said, I truly do believe the Thunder have a very high chance of winning this series, but Denver did sweep the regular season matchups, and while they lack the experience that Thunder players do, OKC isn't the team it was back in January, and I have Denver winning in a very close series. If OKC does pick it up though, and we see MVP Paul George again, I could see it going the other way. But the Thunder did stumble a lot at the end of the season, and I think that could bite them here. In the Western Conference Finals, we have Golden State and Denver. This one is easy. Denver's inexperience will catch up to them, and they will probably get swept or close to it by the ever-dominant Warriors. Switching sides to the Eastern Conference, we have the Bucks and Pistons. The Bucks are a 60-win team, and the Pistons are a fringe 8 seed. Blake Griffin will win Detroit 1 game at the most, but they will eventually lose. Next is Boston and Indiana, and this is another easy pick. The Pacers have really stepped up without Victor Oladipo, but the lack of a true game changer like the Celtics have in Kyrie Irving will cause them to lose this series. Moving on, we have Philadelphia and Brooklyn. Now yes, the Nets are a good story and all, but Philadelphia is practically a super team and Brooklyn, well, isn't that. 76ers will win in 4 or 5 games. To finish the first round, we have Toronto and Orlando. Same thing as the last series, the Magic did great to get here, but they honestly don't hold a candle to the Raptors, who will win the series once again in 4 or 5 games. Moving on to the second round, we have Milwaukee and Boston. If the Celtics can turn it on and be the team that we all thought they would coming into the season, I could see them winning this, but they have given me no reason at all to believe they will do that, so I have to go with the Bucks. Then we have Toronto and Philadelphia, which will be one of the best matchups in the entire playoffs. Philly's Big Four will try to take down the all-around juggernaut of Toronto, but in the end, I think that the Raptors eventually pull away. If Ben Simmons magically learns to shoot outside of 5 feet in the next few weeks, maybe the Sixers will win, but we all know that that's not going to happen. Then in the Eastern Conference Finals, we have Milwaukee and Toronto, two teams that have been on a collision course since the start of the season. Giannis will play at his MVP level again, but the Bucks have had a severe lack of experience, and that will play a key factor in the Toronto Raptors, taking them down in a hard-fought 7-game series. So now we have our NBA Finals set, Golden State versus Toronto. Now the Raptors have given us hope through the matchups they've had with the Warriors this season, both of which they've won. That being said though, the Warriors are the superior team. Just like in years past, teams have shown that they can compete with Golden State in the regular season, but in the playoffs, especially the finals, it's drastically different. Toronto is Golden State's biggest threat in the entire bracket, but that doesn't mean that they'll win. The Raptors will battle and pull out a couple victories, but in the end, it's the same old happening again. Golden State will once more hoist the Larry O'Brien Trophy come June. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you want to see more NBA and sports content like this, then click the link in the description or the outro, and make sure to subscribe for more stuff like this to come. Thanks so much for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. God bless.